The Sixers dropped the Hornets off by 15 points. This is going to start with opening up the offensive playbook. You know me, bro. Let's talk about it. Here, Ben Simmons and Seth Curry both move off ball until they meet at the baseline. Seth Curry sets an off-ball screen and then releases. PJ Washington recognizes that his man is a decoy on the play and comes to play help. Ben, if you don't dunk the ball. Ben starts on the wing and gets a head start to get downhill with his action. Ideally, the defender has to go around or under the Embiid screen to meet Ben. And if this is the point where the defender meets Simmons getting downhill, that means it's too late to stop him. He's already too deep. Simplifying the offense into a two-man game has generated unbelievable looks for Philly. By the time Curry dribble penetrates off of the Embiid screen, there's 10 eyes on him defensively and 4 defenders collapsing. Realistically, he could go to Joe above the break, Ben in the dunker spot, or Danny Green on the wing, all for uncontested shots. Tobias dribbles off of an Embiid screen. Notice Miles Bridges stays on the baseline to tag the rolling Joe or help on a Tobias drive. All of the defensive attention on the two-man game generated a good look for Danny Green. The defense is anticipating Seth and Embiid two-man game here. Instead, Embiid finds a mismatch and his boy does the rest down there. The Sixers have some real floor spacing now, which is elevating everyone's game. When Ben starts to post up here, it's 4 out, 1 in. In other words, 4 players around the perimeter and 1 within it. And much like we've seen this season, most of them are stacked on the opposite side. This space allows Ben to see double teams creeping, and he gives it to Joe, who wets the 3. Hand down, man down. Something you'll notice on Embiid post-ups is Ben in the dunker spot. This is so when teams send a double team blitz, Joe has options. His first read could be Ben in the dunker spot or Danny Green on the wing, whose man left him to guard Ben in the dunker spot. Instead, he gets a turnaround bucket against a double team because he's that good. The 4 out, 1 in spacing is so effective that when Joe turns around and has to make a decision in the post, he sees the entire floor. He reads this LaMelo Ball double team blitz from a mile away and gets rid of it before he even gets there. Joe gets positioning and catches it in the post with nothing but space in front of him. Joe couldn't get busy the way he wanted on this possession, but he still had enough time and space to read the double and get rid of it. And that defensive rotation right there is exactly why doubling the Sixers is a nightmare. Again, a spaced floor gives Joe enough time to read and react from the post. Those boys were really about to triple team Joe. So he threw a cross-court dime and Maxey finished it. It's really no different for Ben in the post, who's got 3 shooters around the arc and his man on an island. Look, Caleb Martin was getting ready to double Ben in the post, so Philadelphia made Charlotte pay and swung the ball until they got an open shot. If Philly continues to provide space for its stars, they're gonna continue to do their defenders dirty in the post. No mercy! The Sixers made 16 threes against Charlotte. This would have been tied for the 5th most threes made in a game for the Sixers last year. Through their first 6 games this year, the Sixers are tied at 3rd league-wide for the most catch-and-shoot threes made. This is a combination of having good shooters on the floor that know their role in the right spot and also ball movement. So far, the Sixers lead the NBA in passes per game and total passes this season. I've seen more of a commitment to slashing from Ben Simmons, which is an easy way to weaponize him and give his teammates open looks. Look at where the defense goes. 3 of them trying to get Ben. This disorganization he caused leads to an open look. Ben forces a switch on the screen and then draws help defense from 2 defenders. This penetration led to an open bucket for Tobias. His man was lacking. Look at this play right here. Charlotte sends help defense over from the opposite corner before Ben even makes a move. When Ben dribbles into the double team, he makes a great play on the fly. He's thinking, there's 2 players directly on me, but 3 in the area. If Hayward was on Danny Green, but Hayward's on me, Who's got Danny? That would be Terry Rozier. He slid down when the help came. So by process of elimination, that leaves one guy on the floor completely unchecked that won't face a closeout. And Ben, on the fly against a double, found him. Even in a 2-3 zone, Charlotte's defense collapses on Ben after a screen and begins to form a wall, blocking his path to the rack. He notices how far away he pulled LaMelo Ball from his side of the 2-3 zone and hits Sniper for a 3. Through his first 6 games, this is the most drives to the basket Simmons has posted since his rookie season. Look at how defenses play him when he gets downhill. That help defense he draws leads to open looks for his teammate. If you follow the eyes on defense as Simmons gets downhill, look at where all of them are. He gets so deep into the defense that by the time the shooter gets it, he can comfortably gather, set, and release. Before the defense even gets set, someone's got to pick up Ben, and this generates an open look for Curry. Ben's increased willingness to slash is helping weaponize him in the half court. He set a career high number of free throws attempted off of drives through his first 6 games in this season. Listen, as the Sixers continue to gel offensively, a handful of players have made significant individual contributions. Joe looks as good as ever. Right now, he's giving Philadelphia 25 points per game with almost 13 rebounds. And to no surprise, he's top 3 in the NBA for post-ups, points in the post, and free throws attempted from the post. Tobias dropped 20 or more points on 55% or greater shooting from the floor for the 3rd consecutive game. Hey, wait, hold on. When did he start yamming like that? He's shooting 51% on catch and shoot shots and tied for the 3rd most catch and shoot 3-pointers made. Altogether, his decision making has been much improved and his role is defined, so he's staying true to his game. You're a little boy, Caleb Martin. Come on, dog. Seth is just starting to hit his stride too. Of 119 players to attempt 50 or more shots from the field this season, Curry has the 10th highest field goal percentage. He's taking guys off the dribble. Oh my God, did you see that lay? Anyway, yeah, driving off the dribble, catching and shooting, where he's shooting 62.5%, second in the NBA. He's effective in a bunch of ways. The second unit did its thing again, and I feel good about them as one of the best benches in the East. I tracked the impact of the second. Oh my God, good take, Shake. Wait, how did that go in? When Doc went to his bench and most of the second unit Bruh, are you guys seeing this? Like I was saying, when the second unit first came in, the starters left them an 11-point lead. The second unit pushed that lead out to 15. Wait, did Shake just... Yeah, Shake made LaMelo dance, okay. If your bench can hold or expand the starter's lead, that's where games are won on some nights. Bruh, did Shake just skyhook? All right, real briefly, let's look at what's up on defense. The Sixers played good team defense, and that's to be expected from a team that's top 5 in total steals and total blocks and leads the NBA in defensive rating. Their interior defense looks really strong. They have surrendered the 4th fewest opponent points in the paint per game this season. Their defensive rotations and closeouts have also looked really strong, especially for a team that's only played 2 weeks of live ball together. But I wanted to individually recognize Tobias Harris for his game against the Hornets. He posted 4 steals and 3 blocks against the Hornets, which propelled him in a top 5 league-wide for both categories. The Sixers have been notoriously bad at defending opposing pick-and-roll guards in the previous 7 seasons. This year, they're surrendering the 10th fewest points there. Let's look at some of the coverages versus Charlotte. Danny Green goes over the Bismack Biyombo screen and trails Terry Rozier. Because of the drop coverage, he gets a comfortable shot off. Again, the Sixers go over a screen and the drop coverage hurts them. Drop coverage again and Terry Rozier dribbles into a comfortable shot. There was a few times when Sixers went under screens and contested in front of the ball handler. But there is a noticeable difference in their pick and roll defense, and we'll wait and see if we could find any trends or correlations. But what kept this game closer than it should have been was the turnovers, specifically in the 3rd quarter. 10 of the Sixers' 21 turnovers came in the third, and Charlotte outscored the Sixers that quarter. Terry Rozier did his thing too, and listen, when he's getting tough buckets the way he is, game respects game. All right, bro, that's it from me. I appreciate you hanging out with me. As always, I'll see you when I see you, and remember, stay solid, baby. Stay solid, baby. Come on now.